All right. So it's Danielle here, and we're going to do a Tabata today. 4 exercise Tabata. The first round is going to be a warm-up. We're going to start it off with a couple of mountain climbers. So get in that tall plank position. We're going to drive those knees in for 20 seconds in 3. Here we go. Hands stacked right under those shoulders. Core engaged. 10 seconds. All right, nice. All right, so laying right on your floor mat, we're gonna go for windshield wipers, dropping it down to the right and then to the left. Let's go. So you wanna keep your shoulder blades pressed down into the floor. If they start to come up, you don't have to go down all the way with your legs. You can bend your legs right here if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we're gonna plant those feet, and we're gonna go for 3 crunches and a sit up. Here we go. 3, 2, and all the way up on 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, back into a plank. We're gonna go for Spider-Man this time on your knees or on your toes. Hands stacked and driving that knee to the outside of the elbow. Exercise 1. Keeping those hips down parallel to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so from the top, we're going to go back to those mountain climbers for round 2. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, that's good. Back to our windshield wipers. Bent leg or straight leg, shoulder blades staying down on the floor. Here we go. Breathing through it. 3, 2, 1. Good. Plant those feet. 2 crunches, and on the third one, sit up, or you can stay at those crunches. Don't pull on your head. Here we go. Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, last one. Back into our tall plank position for our Spider-Man plank. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. Your time. All right. Nice. So, exercise 1, we're going to step forward into a forward lunge, add a lateral raise, and then alternate. All right? Exercise 2, we're going to hold that lunge and do a hammer curl into that static hold position right here. Then we'll bring it up and we'll go for a tricep kick back with a back kick. And then we'll go for a squat and an overhead press. All right. So lunge and a lateral raise at the bottom. In 3, 2, 1. Big step forward, knees and toes in line. Keep that chest up and push off that front heel. Good. All right, so right leg forward, left leg back. We're gonna get nice and low and hold that static hold. Add a hammer curl. Thumbs up, curl those weights in. Breathe. Let those biceps curl those weights up, not swinging.
3, 2, 1.
All right, nice. So next, we're gonna stand on that right leg. Left leg is gonna kick back while we're doing our tricep kick back. Hinge forward at those hips, core engaged. Nice flat back, extending from those elbows. Good. All right, squat and then overhead press. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Sitting it back, let's go. Knees stay behind those toes. Weight directly over your midline. Okay. So back to the beginning. Lunge with the lateral raise. Alternating.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. So that left leg is going to stay forward. We're going to drop it down into that static lunge and go for a hammer curl.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise.
Controlled curls. Weight in that front heel. Knees stacked right over your ankle. Keeping that core engaged always. 10 seconds. All right, nice. Good. Tricep, kick back, back kick. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Squat and overhead press. Last one in this round.
3, 2.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right, good. So we'll go back to a body weight round where we'll get into a plank on your hands or forearms. Tap it out one leg at a time or plank jack. Exercise 2, we're gonna go for leg drops, piking right at the top. Exercise 3, we'll go for 2 crunches, and an oblique. We'll add that twist with the sit-up, or 2 crunches and a twist. And then last one, we'll get into our push-up position and go for shoulder taps. With very little rotation in our hips, we want to keep those hips nice and parallel to the floor. So tapping it out or jumping it out for a plank jack. I'll be tapping mine out.
Exercise 1.
Hands stacked right underneath your shoulders. Good. All right, so going for those leg drops.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1.
Bend those knees or take it for single legs for modification here. I've got my hands supporting my back.
Three, two, one.
Good. So we're going to plant those feet. 2 crunches and a twist. Not pulling on our head. Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right, nice. So we're getting back into that tall push-up position for our shoulder tap plank. Really keeping those hips parallel. Widen those feet to help with it if you need. Keeping those hips down, back nice and flat.
Three, two, one.
Good.
Rest.
All right. So from the top, we're going to tap it out or jumping out for a plank jack.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. Going for those leg drops. Hiking at the top.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. Feet planted for 2 crunches and an oblique twist.
3, 2.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
All right. Last one. Shoulder tap plank.
3, 2.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Good. So 3 rounds down, 3 to go, halfway there. All right, so round 2, 3 more rounds to go, halfway there. We're gonna start with a reverse lunge and then a front raise when you're down in that reverse lunge, alternating. All right, exercise 2, we're gonna do a sumo squat with an upright row. Exercise 3, we're going to go for a deadlift with a bent over row. And exercise 4, we're going to go for a curtsy lunge with a W press. All right. So reverse lunge with a front raise for 20 seconds. All right, here we go in 3.
2, 1.
Keeping that chest up, knees and toes in line. Nice control with that front raise and dropping that lunge down as low as you can without tapping that knee to the ground.
Three, two, one.
All right, nice. So next we'll go for that sumo squat, wide stance with your knees and toes pointing out,
3,
dropping it low.
1.
On the way up, we'll bring those elbows up for that upright row. Pushing up through that heel.
Three, two, one.
Okay, good. So coming up next, deadlift with a bent over row. Slight bend in those knees, keep those shoulder blades back. Hinge forward at those hips, bring it in for that row. Nice strong core. Nice flat back.
Three, two, one.
All right, good. So last one, we're gonna angle it back. If that bothers your knee, just step straight back into a reverse lunge. Palms up and angle out for that W press.
Three, two, one.
All right, good. So we're going back to the beginning with that reverse lunge and a front raise. Here we go.
Exercise one. Three, two, one. Rest.
All right, nice. Sumo squat, knees and toes pointing out. And then we'll add that upright row, nice high elbows. Here we go. Weights coming up right underneath your armpits. Keeping that torso tall. Pushing up through that heel.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Okay, that's good. Up next, we're doing that deadlift with our bent over row. Nice flat back here. Slight bend in those knees. Keep those shoulders back. Here we go.
Exercise one. Three, two, one. Rest.
Good. Last one is going to be that curtsy lunge with the W press.
Three, two, one.
Here we go.
Exercise one. Three, two, one.
All right, nice. So losing the weights for this next round, we're going to go for a frog plank, big step up, or you can do those together. Then we'll come down on our mat. Heels together, knees drop down for a butterfly sit-up or crunch. We'll drop those heels down, shoulder blades up for heel touches, leaving a space in between your chin and your chest. Then we'll come back into a tall plank position. For a moving plank, we're dropping down to our forearms and back up, alternating that lead. All right. So big step together with both legs at the same time, jumping up or stepping up with me. One leg at a time for that frog plank. Hands stacked.
Two, one.
Here we go.
Exercise one. Three, two, one.
All right. So down on our mats, heels together, knees drop down for a butterfly sit-up. You can use long arms to help you up here. Here we go.
Exercise one.
Breathing through it. Always leaving that space in between your chin and your chest. You don't want to tuck that chin in.
Three,
Good. All the way down, heels down. We're going to peel those shoulder blades up, leave them up, palms up for heel touches.
2, 1.
Here we go. Side
Exercise
to
1.
side.
Three, two, 1.
All right. So, we're going to come back up into that tall push-up position plank. We'll drop down to our forearms, leading right, then we'll lead left. You can do these on your knees to modify. Really trying to control that rocking. You'll rock a little bit, but trying not to rock too much and keep those hips down.
Three, two, 1.
Good.
Rest.
All right, so we're going to do that again for our second set. Starting with the frog plank,
3.
big step or jump by your hands. Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right,
Rest.
good. So back down on our mat, heels together, knees dropping down for our butterfly sit up.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2.
All right, good.
Rest.
Heels down. Get ready for those heel taps. Palms up. We're going to peel those shoulder blades up.
3,
Hit that lateral flexion
1.
in your spine.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
Good. One more here. We've got that moving plank. On our hands, moving down to our forearms, alternating our lead on your knees or on your toes. Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Your timer is complete.
So we're made it to our last round. We're going to grab our weights, laying down on our mat to start with. We're going to go for that chest fly into bridge. Nice wide hands, palms facing. Slight bend in that elbow, weights even with your chest. All right, we'll go for hip thrusters for exercise 2. Exercise 3, we're going to go for a renegade row with a tricep kickback. You can do these on your knees. Exercise 4, we're going to go for a donkey kick. One side for the first round, and we'll switch sides for the next round. All right. Chest fly. In that hip thruster position. In 3.
3, 2.
Hips up. Here we go. Keep those glutes squeezed. Keep those weights even with your chest. All right. So now weights lying across your hips. We're going to drop and squeeze. Just tap and squeeze. You're keeping those hips up the whole time. Tap and squeeze. Pushing up through that heel. All right, rolling around. Got got that renegade row with a tricep kickback on your knees or on your toes. Wide stance in your feet. Little hip rotation. Little to no hip rotation. Nice gaze right out in front. If that bothers your hands, you can plank on the floor, on your mat. Pick up the weight each time.
3, 2, 1.
All right, one weight comes behind your right knee. We're on all fours. We're going to kick that heel up. You can do these without weight, too.
3.
Keeping that back nice and flat the whole time.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right. From the beginning, chest fly, hips up. 3,
2, 1.
here we go.
Exercise 1.
Breathing through it.
Three, 2, 1.
All right, weights come up on those hips. We're going to tap and squeeze.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
Flipping it over for that renegade row with the tricep kickback on your knees or on your toes.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
All right. Weight behind that left knee. 20 seconds. Donkey kicks. Nice flat back.
2, 1.
Here we go.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Cover is complete.
Good. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have an amazing day. See you later.